Yes, it's Tales from the Jails with John G. Sutton. Do please like and subscribe. If you will, it's down there, folks. Yes. I'm going to talk today about the reforms to the imprisonment problems that we've got. Apparently, the Ministry of Justice and the Home Office are deciding to extend the use of open prisons, and they're going to introduce further, I think it's tagging they call it, whereby people who are sentenced to imprisonment will no longer go to places like Strangeways, but remain in their own homes and working, but with curfews and electronic tagging to maintain a form of in-house, at-home imprisonment, restricted movements, etc. Which, let's face it, that has got to be the right idea. You see, what happens is, as soon as somebody goes into prison, they lose the job. Their family life is disrupted. It affects not just the individual, but it affects the entire family and probably damages that person's ability to gainfully gain employment into the future, because what they're basically doing is they're taking away not only his liberty but their ability to actually earn a living when they come out, because people are very reluctant. Employers are reluctant to employ people who have been imprisoned. Many years ago, I was the head of security for a chain of stores throughout the UK. They had about 20 stores and probably about 500 employees, and I was the head of security for the company, and I used to travel around the stores. And at one particular store, I believe it was in Leicester, they were missing property. The stock was being rapidly diminished, and I was sent to find out why and where it was going. And the problem was that they had employed somebody who had recently been discharged from prison, and he was imprisoned for theft, and he continued to ply his thieving trade and was stealing the stock, which I found it because when I went to his home, made some excuse because he didn't know who the hell I was. I never announced myself as the head of security. I just went to his home and managed to get in by various trickery, and discovered that the place was full of brand new furniture stolen from the furniture store, because it was a furniture and general goods store, so all across the UK. And so that's how we resolved that issue. But it was common. People were stealing stock. And we found this is no joke. This is absolute God's honest truth. There was one shop that was losing stock. So I thought, well, the director that owned the company, his uncle was working there, so I had a word with his uncle, because it obviously wasn't his uncle that was stealing all this, and he hadn't got the first clue where the stock was going. So I got the staff records out, and the manager, I noticed that the manager had 3 separate addresses in the local area within the last 3 years. So something seriously strange about that. Normally you live in a house for 4 or 5 years, but not 3 houses in 3 years, And it wasn't like they were really big mansions or anything. They were just backstreet terraced houses. So I got his former address where he lived the time before he moved, and I went to the door, made some story up to the people who were in, and they invited me in. And it was absolutely immaculate, this house. All the furniture was brand new, the wallpaper was done, it was freshly painted. I said, this is a really nice house you've got here, you've done it up well. Oh no, we didn't do it up, we bought it like this. I said, really? Oh yeah, it was absolutely, aye. And they said, and the furniture, new wardrobes, new beds, everything, new three-piece suite, new kitchen, everything. Well, that's remarkable. So, having praised them for having a beautiful house, I then went to the police station and reported the manager as having stolen all this stock, which it was obviously the stock from the shop, because I recognised the brands. And he was subsequently arrested, and he managed to get himself in prison. These things happen. But now, what they're going to do is they're going to introduce the tagging. Yeah, so you'll be tagged for minor offences. I mean, it's quite right. I mean, what about these poor ladies who have been posting up obviously critical comments about people who are allegedly murdering children? What do they get? 2 years in prison. There's something mysterious about that case, as we will find out when it finally gets to court, assuming that it does, on the 20th of January, I believe. Axel, what's his name, Radicalu or something like that, yeah. We'll find out more when it gets to court, assuming that it ever gets to court, because there's something deeply mysterious about that. But I'm sure that you've followed the conspiracy theories. If you have, do tell me about them. Leave your comments down below. I sincerely do believe that the comments help to enlighten me. And all those of you who have been in prison and had some adverse experiences, let me know. I'm also going to be starting work on the 4th of my books about the riots at Strangeways. So please, if anybody here is watching this who was involved in any way or who has information about the riots and what took place, do please contact me down below, and I'd like to hear what you experienced. When it came to the riots, I actually gave evidence for the defence against the Crown. The cross-examining was quite something. Brian Levison was the QC, which was a QC at the time, it's a KC now. He was a QC prosecuting for the Crown. And you probably know who Brian Levison is. He wrote the Levison report on phone hacking. Yeah, so it's no... They were taking it extremely seriously, because he ended up being the Master of the Rolls, which is a legal appointment. So it's that time of day, folks. Yeah, I hope you've all had a Merry Christmas. Really, seriously, I do. And you're looking forward to a brilliant New Year. Yeah. Another New Year, eh? Wow. Where was I? At the Scrubs, yeah. It was the end of 1975, the new year of 1976. And I was patrolling the secure unit, the segregation block at the Scrubs. And when it came to midnight, all the inmates in this thing were banging on the doors. Happy New Year, Happy New Year. Seriously. I had a look at the cell cards outside. Life times 17. Happy New Year to you, mate. Eh? I know where you're going to be spending it. Anyway, I've rang the song dinger. You got that? If you're hanging around now, you know what to expect. And I'm now going to sing you an Elvis song. This was the first song that he released when he came out of the army. I think it was 1961, I believe. The Girl of My Best Friend. I quite like the Freddie Starr version as well, you know, if you've heard that. It's on YouTube, you can see that, yeah. he does a really good job of it because he hired the Jordanaires to back him, you know. He was quite mad, you know, Freddie Starr. I know quite a few Freddie Starr stories. If anybody would like to hear them, let me know down below, and I will regale you with the horrible truth. And it is horrible. Yeah. I met him quite a few times in 1968, 69 when he was first starting. He used to be a club act. Yeah. Anyway, here we go. The way she walks, the way she talks, how long can I pretend? Oh, I can't help it, I'm in love with the girl of my best friend. Her lovely hair, her skin so fair, I could go on and never end. Oh, I can't help it, I'm in love with the girl of my best friend. I want to tell her how I love her so, and hold her in my arms. But then, what if she got real mad and told him so? I could never face either one again. The way they kiss, their happiness, will my aching heart ever mend? Or will I always be in love with the girl of my best friend? There you go. I don't think I'll have any friends after they've heard that. Tales from the Jails, John G. Sutton. Do please like and subscribe. And if you want to know why I've got dirty fingernails, it's because I've been digging the coal out. Thank you.